How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another XRP update. As you saw by the last video's title, I was saying that a new all-timer is in play while $2 remains support. That is being put at risk right now. In the last video, although I said those facts, I was also bringing your attention and warning you of some bearish signals appearing. Just like the last pump over here, it just tested the moving averages as resistance and we saw a new low formed. But with Bitcoin bouncing and of course leading to an altcoin relief rally, XRP had another opportunity at recovering these moving averages, turning these bearish crosses, bearish signals into bullish crosses. Unfortunately, once again, it just tested them as resistance, putting the risk at this support being lost. Now, this is that $2 psychological level down over here. And of course, with this bearish retest, it's just a signal that it wants to continue lower. And that would definitely put the new all-time high at risk with the loss of $2. The reason I've been using this level, as you can see previously to the left over here, this has been a major key level of support. There have been some deviations with this loss here and this loss over here, but once recovered, a new high was put in. So we really want to see this $2 level to hold if you want to see a new high put in. To the left, we saw a deviation. Once recovered, a new all-time high. The same will remain as long as this holds. So a new all-time high would be expected so long as this support remains. Looking at the Fibonacci's here, it's also calling for the same level, well, $2.05 to be exact. You can drag it down to $2, that's totally fine. But on the loss of this significant key level of support, as long as it's what, of course, everyone hopes if we lose it, it's a deviation. That can still happen. Potentially, there could be a deviation where it taps into $1.77 or $1.92 and then recovers $2. That is still a possibility. But guys, we can't bet on it being a deviation. We have to take it that if this key level is lost, the market is bearish and that we're no longer expecting a new all-time high because $2 is lost. If we then see it recovered and it end up being a deviation, then we can switch bias once again, $2 being recovered. As long as $2 holds a new all-time high, the expectation is once $2 is recovered, a new all-time high. But we can't believe on the way down and on the loss of this support that it will just reverse V-shaped recover because you're betting against the true trend, which is bearish. We've got these bearish crosses. Every single bullish pump, it fails at the EMAs. This is the top. We shouldn't expect higher than the EMAs. So if this is lost, any move back up, the EMAs are going to be dragged down lower than where they currently are. So another lower high would form if this is meant to act as the top. So that's the unfortunate scenario that XRP and all altcoins finds itself in. If it can't reverse from this key level support and then also recover this resistance, flipping that into support. Look guys, it's failed the last few attempts from here, from here, from here. There have been reversals from $2 that have failed to recover the moving averages that form bearish crosses. The only way this trend will shift is when we actually see it sustain. So even when it starts pumping, we can't really get too excited unless we see it flipped into support. We just have to believe, unfortunately, that it's going to fail and continue lower, $2 being lost, invalidating a new all-time high. So it's a very scary scenario for XRP holders in that sense. A new all-time high may not come anymore if this level is lost. It can deviate down to $1.77 to $1.92 and potentially recover this area, but it's not what it's meant to do when the trend is bearish. It should actually just turn this $2 area into resistance this time to continue down into filling this wick around $1.40, $1.60. So that would be XRP's next targets on the loss of $2, invalidating a potential new all-time high. But guys, of course, there's that glimmer of hope as this still remains support. We've seen to the left, it brings a new all-time high. So long as it sustains beyond this level of resistance, it taps into a new range. As you can see, this was previously support. So it gives you the opportunity to get back to the high. It wasn't taking it as the highs were lower and lower and lower. But if this is ever recovered, we will attempt to break the range high. It will pump into there. Whether it breaks it or not remains to be seen. Could lower high once again. So it's not really in the bull's favor right now. The probabilities are much higher for a failed recovery, for a lower high and then a lower low, And that is just the unfortunate truth. But of course, there is that glimmer of hope. While $2 remains support, we just need to see this level of resistance flipped into support once again to get excited. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you want to learn the strategy. Use the links down below. Book in a one-to-one call. Check out the ebook or join my Discord community for further content.